Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through Mad Magazine number 237, released March 1983. Our price, $1.15, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, I got to say some stuff to you. Consider, please, hitting thumbs up on this video. Leave a comment down below. And if you're returning, this is like the second, third, 500th video of mine that you've watched, consider hitting that subscribe button. My goal is 500. And I'm at like 409 right now. So help me get there by hitting that subscribe button. If you want to support me in another way, you can go. There's a link down below, patreon.com/flippinthrough. And I want to say a thank you to those people who are supporting me on Patreon right now. David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Ed Meisinger, Doug Guilford, Rob Wilson, Rod Meadsbury, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and to Kyle Bridget. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I hope I can keep on earning it. If you support me on Patreon, you get a sweet set of stickers and some MAD trading cards. And that doesn't matter what level that you support me at, that's what you get. So with that, let's get back to, this. Also, let's get back to this. This is what, I don't know, I really like this cover. I like it a lot, actually. It stands out to me for a number of reasons. I mean, like, it just looks weird. Like this green and red is like, I don't know, it does something to my eyes. It's really something to look at. There's this cool border that's almost like how money has those like very intricate geometric designs on it. And it's just all text. I love the all text covers, and I don't know why. But I really find those appealing. We have Alfred E up here in the top left, and then the Our Price thing in the top right. Save 20 cents on this issue. Don't write and tell us how bad it is. I wonder what their mail was like in issue 238. Anyway, so they're doing a lot that's different in this issue, right? So they have a cover that's all text. They have this over the, what do you call it? Wait a second. Wait, no, I'm thinking of something else. An extremely important message from the editors. So we got to read this, obviously. Instructions on how to read this issue. A recent study has found that most buyers of MAD do not know how to properly read the magazine. It was discovered that the average reader, upon purchasing a copy of MAD, first looks at the front cover to see what predicament good old Alfred E. Newman is in this month, then checks out the back cover, the fold-in, all the Don Martins, and about half the Dave Bergs. Becoming bored, the average reader then skims a few of the easier articles before tossing the issue aside to be read later, usually on a rainy Saturday afternoon or in a boring history class, whichever comes first. This is the totally wrong way to read Mad Magazine. The correct way to read Mad Magazine is as follows. Upon picking up a copy of Mad, immediately turn to the section of the magazine known as the masthead. The masthead is the section of the magazine which lists the names of the people working in the editorial and art departments. In this particular issue, Mad's masthead is located directly above the extremely important message. This is the masthead right here, right? Carefully read aloud the names on Mad's masthead. William M. Gaines, Albert B. Feldstein, Nick Meglin, John Ficarra, Leonard Brenner, Tom Noskowski. These men are the backbone of MAD, the genius force behind this great American institution. Stop for a minute and reflect upon how lucky you are that these men are alive and working so hard to bring you the finest humor and satire in the world today. Then stop and ask yourself, have I done all I can to show these men my appreciation? What could I possibly do to show my eternal gratitude? Well, the usual way a customer shows their appreciation for a job well done is by writing a complimentary note to a person's boss. In Mad's case, that would be Mr. Steve Ross, Chairman, Warner Communications, Inc., Mad's parent company, 75 Rockefeller Plaza, New York, 10019. Another popular way of expressing one's appreciation is by remembering those who serve you at Christmas time, perhaps by sending them a Christmas card filled with holiday good cheer and a smattering of small, unmarked American currency. If you're a girl between the ages of 19 and 35, you might also consider enclosing a picture of yourself along with your address, telephone number, and the hours you're most likely to be home alone. Once you've shown your appreciation and gratitude, you can then go on reading the rest of MAD in the correct and proper manner. We suggest starting with the front and back covers, then the fold-in, all the Don Martins, about half the Dave Bergs, then save the rest of the magazine for a rainy Saturday afternoon or boring history class, whichever comes first. We hope that you found these instructions helpful in learning the correct procedure for reading MAD. Sincerely, the editors. That was a lot. My throat hurts from all that reading aloud. Here's a lovely ad for the MAD Super Special. Turning the page. Wait, we don't even get to have all of this stuff. Anyway, look at this. Every month, MAD receives dozens of letters from clods like you. Most are boring and stupid. And then there's others which are boring and stupid and contain a local newspaper clipping. This month, MAD salutes these newspaper clipping readers by printing what they've clipped below. It's no big deal. We know, but it beats the heck out of printing still more of the same old boring stupid letters. So here's a Newmanized Ronald Reagan. Don't despair. Hang in there. I love that. Rejoice, America. These eminent economists are working to bring down interest rates. Lovely. And then, who's this guy? Ted Koppel. And then the circulation statement. Anyway, Poultry Guys. What is this? Poultry Guys? Oh, Poltergeist. I figured it out, man. I'm proud of myself. This is a movie I never saw. Art by Jack Davis. Writer Arnie Kogan. How many movie spoofs did Jack Davis do? There can't be many, right? I mean, that wasn't really his thing. And I have to say, I mean, like, you can tell, and this is like a big one for, what year is it right now? It's in 83. I don't know, maybe this has to do with age, but, I mean, like, usually he's putting a lot more effort into his illustrations. So something tells me it was like, we need you to do this, just hurry up and do it. So you don't, like, you get no backgrounds, and you get some quick drawings, stuff like this. Look at how, I mean, that's nothing on that face. I guess the movie was really dark the whole time, so he took advantage of that by just having it all black. Or, I mean, even when it's, look at, there's no backgrounds. What's cool about artists is that they have tricks like that of, like, making their work go quicker. But, you know, you have somebody like this, and then he knows when to take the time, right? So he does these where you have the more details, and you get to see all this other cool stuff, and in that awesome style, which we love Jack Davis for. One fine day in Fairbanks, Alaska. That happens. If famous poets had to make a living today, who wrote this? Probably Frank Jacobs, right? Yes. So Jack Rickard is the artist, Frank Jacobs, the writer, Rudyard Kipling. Now, this is what makes Frank Jacobs such a talent, is that he's going to be writing as other writers, you know? If you can get yourself a fancy title, though no one knows just what your job's about. If you can, I guess, no, never mind. I misinterpreted that. So this is like Rudyard Kipling's If, right? Like, I don't know, pretty well-known poem. If you can screw up projects that are vital, then shift the blame before they find you out. If you can treat a rival like a brother, then stab them in the back each time you can. Then if you can steal the program of another, then take the credit that it was all your plan. Longfellow. All right, and this is like the story of Hiawatha. Under the sign that says "Great Buy," the Buick Regal stands. $2,000 is the price this gorgeous car commands. All right. It's still impressive. I still really like it. Walt Whitman is a mafia don. John Masefield is a pro football linebacker. Lewis Carroll is a TV critic. Ugh. You will excuse my yawn. It is late at night because I just finished the live stream, the Friday live stream, and I realized I did not record a video for tomorrow. This is Bob Clark, right? Yep, artist Bob Clark, writer John Ficarra. MAD's table of little known and very useless weights, measures, and distances. Let's zoom in. 7.9 yards is how far a chicken bone someone is choking on catapults across a restaurant when you perform the Heimlich maneuver. 0.005 liters is the amount of smoke a typical teenager inhales when he lights up his very first cigarette before he starts coughing. 6.9 inches is how far a person shoves his fingers into freshly opened loaf of bread to pull out a slice without removing the end piece. 137 pounds is the minimum weight of any piece of furniture your wife wants moved. Again. 8.7 gallons is the amount of water you swallowed when you were first learning how to swim. 6.8 ounces is the total amount of fried chicken in a bucket that's a complete mystery. 18.4 inches is the depth. Is the depth of the average pothole you'll find on any street in New York City. And 6.5 gallons is the amount of liquid in a kiddie pool that's neither water nor chlorine. The 1982 MAD yearbook. EPA declares Love Canal safe. El Salvador picks president. Democracy at work. Members of the junta making a point of order during parliamentary debate. Court reverses taping stand. I don't know what that means. How to read an airline menu. Now, this is from a different era for sure. Airlines treat you like shit now. They don't care. The United Trans-American Airlines. May we invite you to dine with us? What else can you do? Eat out? Appetizers fresh. They bought the cans today. Juices. Orange, tomato, grapefruit, pineapple. Clams, casino. Eat them if you're a real gambler. Cold cream of celery soup. Cold cream, that's what it tastes like. Entree selections. Omelet with bacon bits. Also eggshell bits. The catch of the day tastes like an old rubber boot. Beef teriyaki with our chef's secret sauce should remain a secret. Tossed green salad with tomatoes. The only green in the salad. Buttered, battered, au gratin, rotten, braised, bruised. 3 kinds of bread. Stale, staler, and stalest. Served with a mold of butter. Should be vice versa. Or your choice of preserves. Good for preserving furniture, floors, etc. Strawberry short on flavor cake. Devil's food cake. Tastes like hell. Half-baked Alaska. Beverages, our own blend of coffee or tea. No one else would dare market something this bad. If your entree preference is not available due to previous passenger selection, please accept our apologies and consider yourself fortunate. Here we have the lighter side of, and This is a menagerie of lighter side ofs. Oh, apologies again. Wait, what the heck? Oh no. Look at, I got a rogue staple. I just golly. Great, I just ruined it. One fine day in Chicago, Illinois. Oh my God. This is the best part. I mean, so it's the blind guy, Glink, thank you. And then little birds flapping away over there. John Martin every once in a while would have this bad habit of, it's like you get the joke by the end and then yet there's another page with it. If they passed other truth in laws. Okay. In the past few years, there have been a trend toward honesty. Naturally, this has not been a voluntary trend, but one that's been legislated. We now have truth in lending laws that alert a poor sap who's borrowing money just what he's in the bag for. Also, there's truth in advertising laws and truth in packaging laws to protect the unsuspecting consumer. Truth in confirmations. Artist Harry North. Lovely art by Harry North. Truth in retirements. Let's read this. Let's zoom in on this. The writer of this one is Stan Hart. Truth in confirmations. As I stand before you on this very important day, I ask myself the question, what the hell are you all doing here? You're not my friends, but business associates and friends of my pushy parents who want to impress you with this vulgar display of opulence that has nothing at all to do with religion. This will give you some idea of the phony materialistic values my parents have tried to pass on to me. Why did I consent to this party? Because my parents succeeded in passing those phony materialistic values on to me. In short, I'm in it for the presents. So let's all be generous with those checks and give till it hurts. After all, you sure don't want my folks going around telling everyone you couldn't afford to give more. Okay, you can start eating. I'm finished. Truth in funerals. On this sad occasion, we ask ourselves questions that have no answers. Questions like, what kind of man was the dear departed? What feelings did he have in his heart of hearts? What doubts did he harbor in his soul of souls? Who can really know this man? I'm sure I cannot, because I never saw him before in my life. He never set foot in my church. I just happened to be in when the family called and needed someone to send him off. And it was my turn. Oh my God. Truth and orientation. Truth in campaigning. Truth in brotherhood. Oh, look, here's some Duck Edwing. Little known and rarely diagnosed MAD ailments contracted at airports. It's so strange that right? It could have just been that. But why airports? There's a lot of airport humor going on. The pre-flight omens and apprehensions, sudden high fever. The pre-flight omens and apprehensions, sudden high fever. Plane shot down over Cincinnati. Wills prepared here. Worst airline disaster kills 30,000. Why die for nothing? Air insurance. Mutual of Hoboken. The how the heck does this thing get off the ground shakes. The flight delayed for the 5th time, body collapse. The log-jammed luggage dispenser, anxiety attack, and wrist wrencher. That's a hard one to get over. Spy versus spy. Who is this one? Where's the signature? I don't see any signature. What the heck? I'm trying to think. That's S. Was this Perhias? 83? Would he still be doing it? I think maybe. It's just strange that he didn't sign it, right? And I guess, yeah, those do look like the people he would draw. I like how they... All right, look at... Oh, he's making a beautiful stat. He killed him. He killed his ego. That's what happened. MAD's School Teacher of the Year, artist Paul Coker, writer Lou Silverstone. Mr. Indolent, I'd like to ask you a few questions. I'll be with you in a minute. Let's see. 2 pizzas, 12 kits. If we cut them in half, then half again. No. By God, it can't be done. Okay, Bill, fire away. Since you're a teacher, I assume that you like working with kids. Are you pulling me on? You'd have to be a masochist to enjoy working with these monsters. Then why did you ever become a teacher? Because I hate the sight of blood, especially mine. Becoming a teacher kept me out of the army in Vietnam. He's a draft dodger. One fine day in Rochester, New York. Some simple laws that make sense out of soap operas. The law of dramatic effect maintains that in all the soap operas, every 8 minutes, the wife gossips, cries hysterically, or gets into an argument and stomps out of the house to go see 1, an old lover, 2, an ex-spouse, or 3, the husband's best friend. B, 1 out of every 6 pregnancies is caused by a R word committed by an old lover, an ex-spouse, or the husband's best friend. See previous sub-law, who just escaped from 1, jail, or 2, a mental institution. The law of guaranteed audience return predicts that nothing important happens during the week in a soap opera except on Friday, when the action is stopped in the middle of a dramatic scene, then dragged out over the next week, only to be stopped again the next Friday, etc. The law of adult aging states that for every 6 months an actress is in a soap opera, he or she ages 4 days, 3 days if she's the mother of an illegitimate child. And here we have some beautiful George Woodbridge art. Look at that. Look at how that page is filled with stuff. A Foreigner's Travel Guide to the United States. Oh, there's so much to read on this one. I want to read some of it though. The vast majority of Americans are members of the Protestant faith, but there are also millions of Catholics, along with smaller numbers of Jews, Muslims, and other minority groups. We would like to introduce you briefly to 2 of these groups. First of all, if you travel to Utah, try to meet some Mormons, or, as a current witticism out west goes, try not to. You will find them fascinating. Here is a typical Mormon family praying in their temple, which they own, in Salt Lake City, which they also own. Despite great freedom in America, these people have still been plagued through the years by such things as social injustice, religious persecution, and lousy TV ratings. Oh my God. Wait, that's it? Is this like the shortest issue of MAD of all time? Look at this beautiful Jack Davis cartoon. We get to see Jack Davis in color, as it's meant to be. Written by Sergio Aragones. Ooh, underwater metal detecting. Oh, he scampers up. He goes, I found the treasure. They all go down. And it's atomic waste below. So there we have it. MAD Magazine number 237. Pretty good issue. Not the best for video consumption, but very good nonetheless. Remember, please hit like, hit subscribe, leave comments down below if you feel so inclined. Check out flippinthrough.com for all my links to social media, as well as the Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.